Seattle seems to have in mind the right to claim that they have a reputation that can be protected from themselves, when in reality that's clearly far, far from the truth. What they have is a nightmare weasel constituency. We're brutal, psychotic, dangerous, and criminal in every single respect. And they abhor hearing the truth about themselves. They can't stand hearing the truth about themselves. Ringo Starr has put a lot of money in defending their right to kill people, protecting their so-called name. I'll give you an example of where this got started, so-called Seattle, with Bill Gates, Mr. Rogers, the NAACP, and George Bush. A man named Peter Shell, whose classmate was Todd Kaufman, made a tape of me being teriyaki, which was a pun on people who had created a brutal nerve agent and scrambled my mind with terrible trauma. You would have invented. They wanted a teriyaki code expression from a brain damaged victim of torture. So they impinged a memory of something a girl named Terry had done for kicks for the Neva Corporation and got me to blurt it through extrusion techniques for a Neva pornographic, brutal, criminal kidnapping invasion of a Pittsburgh public school. And they made millions of dollars doing this, from Yoko Ono, Peter Gabriel, and Paul McCartney. And they got away with it. They tortured me, and they attempted to kill Mackenzie Shirley. They use a neurochemical. Todd Kaufman and Peter Shell circulated for the drama department of Carnegie Mellon, the Hollywood spy training camp that Carnegie Mellon runs. A book called The Secret Wars of the CIA by John Stockwell. He followed me to Allentown on my birthday after a day that there stood still incident when Wall Street crashed in 1987. The Secret Wars of the CIA, in other words, impinged on Mr. James Curry. And they were worth plenty of money to the Bowie family, to the Zappas, to Carnegie Mellon's favorites. People like the Hines family knew this was going on. I'm sorry for their loss. But they did this deliberately so they would have a secret explanation among themselves while stealing books from the museum worth millions of dollars. While murdering Kennedys for kicks. While poaching U.S. mail and calling it a union. They had a secret explanation for not letting a deaf kid who lived below the poverty line and was homeless for 2 years trying to escape their hatred, during which time I was poisoned and miserably abused, my girlfriend raped, by these people who call themselves men with balls. Lewd rabid, all conjured by Ringo Starr to bring hatred down on my name and family for something that didn't even happen because of British-German alliances from the days of Windsor and Edward. Knowing who they were attacking, knowing what it would do, as surely as terror bombers do. They pulled the plugs, they split their sides laughing, and they hotwired their way in. And they're not entitled to dignity, but they have state control. When dignity and state control are that at odds, you can be sure law enforcement starts policing public opinion. The secret war of the CIA meant that a straight-A student would be banned from Seattle to protect their good name. What is the meaning of their good name? The meaning of their good name is that Ronald Wilson Reagan insulted the memory of my liberal father after he was murdered. That's their good name. Seattle says if a deaf child can be raped for the secret wars of the CIA, well, that's special education. And they mean it. The Black Panthers got behind a secret war of the CIA. That's not a joke. That's true. The Mellon franchise who've had money in Nazi Germany from time immemorial. We're funding the Jericho Project. That's not misinformation. That's true. Peter Shell gave tons of money to the Sandinistas while working for Jaime Carbonell, Neva Pornographic Corporation, Yoko Ono. He thought he was Butch, that Peter Gabriel, making his teriyaki tape. How in the world can Seattle match the facts of their history with their claim to integrity and dignity? They can't do it. So they start yammering about somebody who tells the truth about them. What do they expect?